Good morning. We're here live from the Portugal Training Center here in Palm Beach Gardens, where the Portugal national team is getting ready for the big match against Colombia in the last round of Group K of the World Cup. Portugal today has 4 points facing Colombia, who has 6, so this match is for the lead in Group K. But Portugal's 5-0 victory over Uzbekistan has already made the atmosphere here much more relaxed. But before we talk about that, you must be wondering why we're outside and not inside the training center. Because there's a storm warning. I know it's sunny, but even so, heavy clouds are enough for the administration and the coaching staff of the Portugal national team to make this decision. Hey, did you hear that noise? Thunder. It's in the air. So, because of that, the press was asked to leave and come do their live reports from here. Inside, what we could see after a masterful 5-0 victory was a very light, very relaxed atmosphere. An atmosphere where Cristiano Ronaldo led the 5-0 route, and it also makes the atmosphere much lighter. The press conference was given by the forward Pedro Neto from Chelsea, and the player even talked about being the most handsome at the World Cup, which really shows that the atmosphere is indeed much lighter and Portugal is more relaxed to go after what they desire so much, which is displayed on the walls, which is Go Portugal. That first World Cup they've been dreaming of, which is very close if we consider the squad they have. On paper, Portugal is indeed one of the favorites. Against Uzbekistan, they proved it, but they need to prove it against a great opponent. And why not against a strong Colombia, who have a perfect record in the competition so far? I had the chance to ask Pedro Neto about this reunion with South American football because, after all, he plays for Chelsea, and last year here in the United States, he won the Club World Cup. And on that occasion, in this competition, he faced Flamengo when he was defeated and Fluminense when he won in the semifinal and then reached the final against Paris Saint-Germain. And Pedro Neto answered like this.
That's what I take from this experience. It was the fact that, for example, Flamengo, I mentioned it at the time, it was actually a very tough match. Up until that point, it had been the toughest game we had faced because of the intensity, the way they played, the way they experienced the game, the atmosphere that was there too, with the Brazilians filling the stadium. And that's the thing, as was asked, the atmosphere will also be similar, the intensity of the game will be similar, the experience, the intensity, and that's what we have to be prepared for.
In other words, he knows very well how to face South Americans. And the match against Colombia with Luis Diaz, James Rodriguez and company will be a big test for Cristiano Ronaldo and company. Cristiano Ronaldo, who scored goals in 6 World Cups and became the only athlete on the planet to reach that milestone. Now he's looking for other individual records. That 1,000th goal won't happen in the United States, obviously, but he can get closer to it, get to that milestone sooner, and also, why not think about being the top scorer? Messi has 5, he has 2. And in between, there's still Haaland, there's still Vini Jr., Mbappe, Cristiano Ronaldo. We know he's a machine for winning, a machine for chasing personal goals and records. And he's after the biggest one of all, which is winning the world title here in the United States. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. On the 27th, the day after tomorrow, we'll have a great match at Hard Rock Stadium. A match for which 30 million people applied, tried to buy tickets. That's exactly what you heard. 30 million people wanted to be at Hard Rock Stadium to watch the match between Colombia and Portugal. Of course, not everyone can get in, but Lance TV will be there. I, João Lidio, and Marcelo Smigo will be bringing everything straight from Hard Rock Stadium for Lance TV. See you next time.